Hey everyone, it's Surya, and today I'll be breaking down the trailer for the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. We got this trailer during the Super Bowl on the same day, and this is supposed to be the sequel to the 2016 Doctor Strange movie. But given it's in the MCU, I'm sure there's going to be other events that this kind of is supposed to be a sequel for. So let's get right into it.
Every night, I dream the same dream.
So we got like a kind of like an alternate sanctum. It's cool, I like it.
And then,
So that it could be two things. It could be either Caecilius, who was the main villain of the first movie, so it's kind of like a nod to his past, Doctor Strange's past, and maybe he's having nightmares about that. But this also does kind of, now to think about it, look like a variant of Doctor Strange who is confirmed to show up. There's multiple variants confirmed to show up in this movie. One of them being Defender Strange. This kind of does look like Defender Strange, but
the nightmare begins.
so that's the iconic watch, of course.
I did what I had to do.
Okay, so this is chaos magic, so it's pretty interesting, or at least it looks like it. And when he says right there, "I did what I had to do," it could be a nod to two things. It could be a nod to what he did with Dormammu and the kind of the time spell he had to do, which is forbidden, right? Or it could be what happened in Spider-Man: No Way Home, where he had to make everyone forget who Peter Parker was. But things leaked into our universe from the multiverse, so it is completely possible that this is still trying to be repaired.
To protect our world.
You cannot control everything, Strange.
Okay, so that line by Wong is also a nod to No Way Home. I'm pretty sure that's like pretty much the exact words that are said when Peter Parker goes up to Doctor Strange in the Sanctum and asks him to do the spell. And also, now that we say that, speaking of Peter Parker and Spider-Man, this is being directed by Sam Raimi, and if you guys didn't know that, Sam Raimi also directed the original Spider-Man trilogy, so it's pretty cool. I like it, and I hope he brings a lot of good things for this movie.
You opened the doorway between universes. And
So this could be
you opened the doorway.
this actually kind of looks like the mirror dimension falling apart, and the mirror dimension is not supposed to be falling apart because this is where anything that happens in the mirror dimension doesn't affect reality. So it's pretty interesting how this is now all falling apart.
Between universes. And we don't know who or what will walk through it.
Okay, so in that previous scene,
And we don't know who or what will walk through it.
so this is Christine, and it seems like she's getting married, but obviously it is not to Doctor Strange himself. So I'm interested in to see how uh, Raimi and this movie brings in uh, Strange's personal life into, well, his life as Doctor Strange and how it affects him. I'm kind of interested because I know in the other trailer we see Doctor Strange at her wedding as an invited guest. So I'm interested to see how this personal aspect of his life before becoming Doctor Strange plays a role.
Through it.
Wanda.
It's where we see Wanda, and obviously she has the whole Scarlet Witch outfit. So, from what we know from WandaVision, she has completed her transformation to the Scarlet Witch.
What do you know about the multiverse?
Viz had his theories. He believed it was
So, Kamertaj, all these people are being trained just like how Steven was once trained.
dangerous.
Ooh, okay. So, obviously something's attacking Kamertaj, but if you see this Minotaur-looking creature with the two horns, that actually is, if I'm not wrong, that's Rintra from the comics, who actually was an intelligent being from another planet which was destroyed. And Rintra in the comics goes and helps Doctor Strange defeat these people who tried destroying his planet and or just help him out with his missions. And Rintra actually is rejected to kind of take on this helping role. But it's interesting to see him here now at Kamertaj. It might be part of the whole multiverse leak.
He was right.
This is probably the portrayal of the multiverse. It's cool. I like it. Kind of reminds me of how they did it in Loki, which makes sense. So we have here Doctor Strange. The back right, we have America Chavez. So this is her introduction to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which I think is pretty cool. So if you guys don't know, America Chavez is actually a being who can uh, willingly teleport between and go between different parts of the multiverse and just different universes within the multiverse. So it's pretty interesting how she's in this. I'm sure that Doctor Strange is probably going to use her, or rather, use her help to figure out this whole situation and to get things under control. But that could also mean that she could be uh, used by people against Doctor Strange, and she could be tortured, even just coerced to help the other side, which could be a bad thing.
I'm sorry, Stephen.
So that's so if we go back.
I'm sorry, Stephen.
So that's Baron Mordo, who obviously kind of becomes a villain by the end of Doctor Strange 1. I'm interested to see how he plays a role in all this because even though we might think that he might be the main villain of the Multiverse Madness, we don't even know at this point. So I'm interested to see how he comes in the way of Doctor Strange. Once again, the whole mirror dimension breaking apart, pretty cool.
Desecration of reality
Okay,
will not go unpunished.
so Doctor Strange is clearly in some sort of consortium. You see that he's handcuffed, and these do look like Ultron bots, and Ultron bots that are not just like basic Ultron bots, kind of like what we saw in Avengers: Age of Ultron, but more upgraded Ultron bots, which seems pretty cool. Ooh, and we look at that. So this looks like the Marvel's Illuminati, and this was first introduced in a 2005 comic, I believe. And as you can see, there's about 3 people seated, give or take. So you have on the left what looks like Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four, which is pretty cool. On the right, not necessarily sure. And well, the Illuminati itself had various members. Obviously, Reed Richards, Professor X, uh, people like Namor, Black Bolt, etc. So I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see which members of these Illuminati are in this movie.
We should tell him the truth.
Well, check that out. So we should tell him the truth. Who says that? Well, that's the voice of Patrick Stewart, and as you see in the right side of here, that looks like his bald head. And if you guys don't know, Patrick Stewart played Professor X in the original Fox X-Men movies, so it's pretty cool to see him back here in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. All right, actually, if you go back a little bit, I don't know if you guys saw that, but right there. So this looks like an animated universe, and as you can see, as they're falling in, you kind of see here there's like a bright blue, and it looks like Doctor Strange is becoming animated, and so is like the bottom part of America Chavez, so it's pretty cool. There's an animated universe in this. As to which animated universe it could be, I'm guessing it could be kind of like it could be like from the X-Men cartoons from the 90s. We don't really know, but this could be a cool way to actually introduce the X-Men into the MCU, and I'm sure that's a plausible theory as to which animated kind of universe this is.
Things just got out of hand.
Okay, so that's
Things just
the evil variant of Doctor Strange. I like it, pretty cool.
got out of hand.
So that person you just saw. So I initially thought when I first saw the trailer that that was the Human Torch, but if you go back and take a look.
Things just got out of hand.
So at first I thought this was Human Torch, but it doesn't make any sense. And these are really, I think there's really 2 things I narrowed it down to based on what I've seen on the internet and what I think. This could either be the superior Iron Man, played by none other than Tom Cruise, because the Illuminati does also have Iron Man in it, but our Iron Man, played by Robert Downey Jr. is dead. So it's possible that the superior Iron Man took on the role as Iron Man in the Illuminati. But it is also possible this is a Monica Rambeau variant of Captain Marvel, because if you look at her head, seems and just her face or their face, it looks like could be Monica Rambeau from WandaVision and other places. But the reason I say this also could be Superior Iron Man is because if you look at like the suit, it's kind of gray, and you see like the light blue. And also in the comics, Superior Iron Man, when he gets enraged or angry, he glows orange, so that's possible.
break the rules.
Okay.
You break the rules.
Okay, so this is Shuma Gorath, who's one of the main villains of the Doctor Strange comics. And Shuma Gorath once ruled the entire universe, so pretty powerful being. Interested to see how they play a role in this movie.
Become a hero. I do it, I become the enemy.
Okay, so this is pretty cool. So this is obviously Wanda saying, referring to Westview and WandaVision, she, does all this magic, changes reality, and she's viewed as an enemy while Doctor Strange did it to save the world, and in his opinion, of course, and everyone sees him as a hero. So it's pretty cool how there's like a contrast. And also, if you think about this, this is like the exact scene we saw at the beginning with where Doctor Strange walks into the kind of open field with trees to talk to Wanda. So this could be all an illusion, and honestly, this is probably where they're really talking. But Wanda's making it look like a nice grassy field with trees. So this looks like Wanda's rescue house, and you see Wanda crying on the floor, and then this looks like another variant that is consoling her. Pretty cool.
It doesn't seem fair.
So we saw Mordo fighting there, and this is another look at America Chavez, who once again I'm very interested to see how she's used in this movie or what she ends up doing, what type of role she plays. So cool stuff. That shot right there where the camera went into her eye, it's like a similar shot to the X-Men movies because actually there's a shot like that where it goes into the eye of the X-Men, so it's pretty cool. Ooh, okay. This looks like zombie Doctor Strange, pretty cool from the What If series. So I'm interested to see how kind of the What If tie-ins are. Obviously, we have this. We also have, based on the poster for the movie, that Captain Carter is going to be in the film, so it's going to be cool. I'm excited. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown, and I'll see you next time.